This is the Professor. I am at the Rhode Island Fan Fest 2015. I am with one of the best independent wrestlers in New England today, Anthony Stone. Anthony, thank you for talking to us.
That's very humble and very, thank you very much for having me.
What are your thoughts about the state of independent wrestling in New England and beyond today?
I think the state of independent wrestling altogether is really thriving. We're seeing a lot of top stars making their way back to the independent scene, which is really, helping guys like myself push even harder to get those opportunities to work with these superstars that have actually made it mainstream. So I think a lot of guys, particularly on my level, are thriving even more to push ourselves to get on those same shows, to work with these superstars and to learn from them to see how we can get to their level.
That's good. Now, one of the things we were talking before the interview about your amazing conditioning. What do you do to stay in such fantastic shape? You must have -1 body fat. How do you stay in such good shape?
-1. At 7% body fat, for the record. But I started my training at a very, very young age. When I was 16, I would run 6 miles a day, just part of my training. And since then, I've gradually, started getting to the gym and lifting. But, my main focus point with wrestling, to keep my body conditioned, to work with these guys that are much bigger, much stronger than me, to get accustomed to those hits, I have to train my body, to really, really, really go and really, because I honor myself with my conditioning and in my fitness. And, that's what drives me, the guy that can hit hard, but if I can go longer than him, he gets tired first, and that's where I seek my opportunities, and that's where a lot of, my advantages come with wrestling.
I think from what I've seen, and I get to a lot of matches, I think there are a few that are at your level of conditioning in this area, at least. So what's the rest of 2015 look like for Anthony Stone?
Well, you never know what can happen with professional wrestling in particular. I just hope that I can continue to go on the stride that I'm on. I had a 2.5-month hiatus with injuring my MCL. So I'm just, recently getting back into the scene, and I just want to shoot for the sky and see where it takes me. As much as I love wrestling, I want to go everywhere that I can to try to show everyone what the almighty Anthony Stone is really all about.
All right. As I said, one of the best, Anthony Stone, Rhode Island Fan Fest.
Again, Professor, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Likewise.